Hello there everyone, this is Mark 3 and welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program, second launch, where I continue the drive to industrialize and push the envelope further and further. You join me on the mining planet of Cygni 1, where I once again slapped together a decent little mining setup. I'm exploiting this world fully, and it's given me mostly silicon actually, but some kimberlite and a few other resources scattered around the place. And it was not meant to be an energy exporter, but it turns out it is an energy exporter because, well, I put down these rays to help feed it, realised I wasn't getting enough energy from them, put down an energy intake, then fed graviton into these and realised, oh wait, now it's producing surplus, so now it's actually acting as an energy charging station as well. And in the process I have massively overtaxed this Dyson swarm in the background here, which has also led me to realise that I need to scale up my industry, like, sharpish. Because it's not just, well, last time I mentioned I was running low on proliferation, right? Let's get closer to home, where we're going to spend the bulk of this episode, I imagine. It's not just proliferation, we're running short on iron, we're running short on just about everything really. And in this case, I mentioned the Dyson swarm because we're running short on solar sats as well. So, a lot of stuff waits on getting scaled up. And I still love that warp effect. Whoosh! Off we go. So yeah, let's get started. I'm not going to focus on resources straight away because my thought is get antimatter so we can get universal matrices production started. And then also try and build some of those new mines which I want to try out on the last planet in the system we just left, because it's an iron rich world and we need iron ore badly. So yeah, that is basically the ball plan, and then if there's time I'll continue to develop my forge world as well. And I talked almost the entire warp jump. Go me! There was a bit of lag when I loaded in here. Whoops. Off we go. Okay, right. So here we are. We are back home. To make antimatter, we only need to run it through a particle collider, I believe. How fast pressing the right button, wasn't it? Antimatter. It is... here we go. Critical photon goes into there with antimatter and... oh, it makes hydrogen as well. I might need to make a hydrogen burn off. I wish there was actually a burn off. I don't think I can burn it off. I can only store it or convert it into something. So that's one drawback of the assembly pattern I was doing on my forge world. It doesn't handle priority production very well, which is honestly something I didn't expect, but it's something I do have to keep in mind. Anyway, yeah, let's see. I need to put down a bank of particle colliders. And also, this is here very conveniently. I will import here the critical photons, which are over there. And I will demand them. Bring them to me! Look at them coming! Haha! Yes, I would say that outpost out there has been doing very well indeed. Okay. Now I need to start laying this out. In the end I decided to make this one modelled kind of off my strange matter line over there. So, similar but different. It's not quite the same, it's got some different widths and things involved, but it's basically another batch of like 20 particle colliders. So yes, I did have to modify it to... I had to modify it slightly, because there aren't quite as many belts involved. And also there's the fact that I only had 10 of these P-belts, so I had to whip up another 10 really quick. Trust me, I know how to speak. Me, I'm a schmurty person. But yeah, also I need to... let's throw Antimatter on the inside line, shall we? Yeah. And then hydrogen on the outside line. And of course we've got to mirror this and all that jazz, so let's go ahead and do that. So, antimatter, hydrogen, antimatter, hydrogen. And of course we've got the intake feeds here. This one has to be slightly asymmetrical because I'm pulling 2 rows off one line. But that should be all we need. And of course we need to get proliferation set in as well. So I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to keep trying to proliferate where I can because the fact is I'm still critically low on that. So for now we don't know what's going to happen. This is by no means a optimum setup. This is a baby's first attempt setup. The question is why that one won't work. I'm going to have to relay that one manually, I think. Or either that or I'm out of... Oh, I'm out of inserters. Oh, that explains it. Well, good thing I'm on the hub world, isn't it? Okay, that should just about do it. Part of the way this game's transport networks go sometimes is working out the tangle. So, unless I've completely messed up somewhere, hashtag totally called it, because this is me, I usually do slip up somewhere on something basic. This should be working now. So, if we feed that into there, antimatter goes, sorry, critical photons go in, hydrogen and antimatter start flowing out. Jolly good. And that is actually working on a 2 to 2 to 2. Sorry, a 2 to 2 and 2, I should say. So it's equal production on both sides. We are getting antimatter. Alright. And there is actually an abundance of sort of proliferation around here because this area is not as busy as the main factory district, so it's got a big backlog in the belts actually. So we got proliferation as well for whatever good that'll do us. Okay, so now the question is, where can I let this antimatter go? Also, is it totally safe just sitting there on an exposed belt like that? I thought there was this whole antimatter goes boom if you show it to regular matter kind of thing, so it's probably not safe. This is probably not the best way to handle it. Must admit. But yeah, more importantly though, I have to figure out where the hell to send the hydrogen. Just get that over there. I'll send the hydrogen this way towards my primary hydrogen line. Maybe I'll just throw it into deuterium. I don't know. But we need to get rid of it somewhere. The question is where. It's been a while since I've worked on this bit. Okay, see, hydrogen is thoroughly backed up, actually. Well, kind of. No reason we couldn't priority merge it into this bit. I mean, we've got... this system is running pretty much constantly, so this will jam up liquid production of refined oil a bit, but yeah, I think this is the safest place to try and merge it into something. It'll have to do, and then we can feed on our antimatter straight into the research complex, and that'll be ready to roll. Because, if you remember, we got the matrices links all set up previously. Also, any tech that requires universal matrices, as I recall, does not actually require the other kind, so it'll be a case of we're using the individual coloured matrices of the previous kinds, or we are using the universals, which uses all the matrices of the individual kinds. So it's gonna be tapping our entire resource potential no matter what we do, basically. Into here? Yes, into here. And I think back it off, drop it down, and then tell it to do a priority merger on this part. So kind of on there. Nope, it'll have to be like here, I guess. And then redirect this one to here. And there we go. Okay, we've got priority coming in from the antimatter line. which will of course only run when we have antimatter that needs producing. So it shouldn't go up the entire factory. I hope. Fingers crossed. Anyway, yeah, let's get that research sorted out. I must admit, part of me is kind of unhappy with this arrangement because, well, while I did kind of plan to have universal matrices from the get-go, as you remember from when I was laying out this research area, I never ever actually expected that I'd need antimatter to do it. Apparently I've not connected it somewhere. So it's that area is kind of neat and tidy compared to much of my other stuff, but at the same time it's also kind of just had an extra belt of extremely volatile and risky substance just thrown through it. There we go. Which is also, by the way, running past a lot of sensitive manufacturing capabilities as well. Anyway, let's see. You guys are indeed running at full steam ahead. It's just the fact that... Oh, power reserve is... Why my power reserve not working proper? Why? Oh, whatever. Here it comes. Right. Universal Matrix production. Begin! Ha-ha! It begins. It's the beginning of the end. The end times are upon us. I guess. Look at my power supply tanking. Jeez, I need to do something about that. Capacity discharging. You guys are... There's plenty of spare capacity in the local Dyson sphere, actually. Universe Matrix produced 65 hours, 10 minutes into the game. Wow. Okay, right. I need to find a spare slot on the install ports. I don't... Actually, no, I only need a local port. What am I doing? There's a local supply available. I'll just let Universe Matrices build up a little bit while I do something about this. Let's bolt this in over here, I guess. Too close? No. Over here? Can I put it over here next to this capacitor bank? Yes, I can. Okay. Okay, buddy, you are going to request gravity stabilizers. I want you to only request 100, so that means a single ship will get dispatched to move stuff. And you'll demand it, so off it comes. My transports do hold 100. And then I just need to pipe it into these guys. So this is 6 may fit in here, but it's an awkward number for trying to split things up. So ideally what I want is to actually get one of these in and then split it twice to get 6 outputs total, but there's no symmetrical way to do this, unfortunately, unless I just build a ring around the entire place and do it that way. And even then, you've got to get an extra line into the centre. So, those who appreciate symmetry, of which I am definitely one, this is unfortunately a slightly messy situation to find yourself in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I need another splitter over this way somewhere, I guess, and that'll have to do. But that will at least do something to help with the power supply issue. But I think, honestly, the long-term solution might be to actually try and... Well, actually, I'm not allowed to do deuterium fuel rods, are I? I don't think I am. Let me check. Well, a quick check of my deuterium system has told me that no, it's not an issue with them. It's just that, I guess, my factory, despite having those extra power plants we put in last time, is still very vulnerable to overloading. And I'm not sure why. I guess the accelerators and everything else, when it all fires up, is just that bad for my economy. That's a very bad thought, actually. But, on the other hand, we are actually building up universal matrices now, so that is good, I guess. But more importantly, that also allows us to start doing universe matrices technologies. And the one in particular, of course, if you recall last time, is I want to improve the stacks on my logistics station outputs. Specifically so that I don't need to have all those stackers and things on my Forge World. It's a shame I have to go all the way to Universe Matrices to get to that, but I guess that's one of the things about it. It's not like, to circumvent this particular need for them, you need to do the tech to get there. But it's going to research that, and it's going to go slow because I don't have 8,000 in stock, so it's going to take a while to sort it out. They are short on greens. Greens? Why? What is green short on? Green is short on quantum chips. Yeah, quantum chips it looks like. Which of course flows back to this whole thing of quantum chips actually being an absolute pain to make, requiring plane filters. The plane filters are actually running okay. Actually no, they're not. That needs Casimir crystals for that one. No, plane filters are actually running okay. No, that's the wrong stuff. That is titanium glass. Plane filters requires Casimir crystals. Which is that what I'm sure of? Casimir crystals. Okay, Casimir crystals, which comes from. Actually, yeah, Casimir crystals is being bottlenecked by hydrogen of all things. Why? Oh! There's a break in the conveyor line. You remember how I said I was always bound to mess it up somewhere simple? Apparently I did. This entire time, my entire factory's demand for Casimir crystals has been running off a single assembler. That actually explains a lot. Anyway, let's go ahead and plug in the graviton lenses. I would say I'm embarrassed, but that is also exactly the kind of thing that would slip past me and cause a problem in the first place. So yeah, it's just so typical that I did that. Okay, there we go. And you are going to... decide where to send these guys, actually. Just so you can see the difference as well. This receiver's got a graviton lens, and look, it goes 0.1 per minute. So one of these lasts like 10 minutes, graviton lens, so very slow in degradation. But its output is at 60 megawatts, while without it, its output's at 15 megawatts. So that is one heck of a difference, actually. And a very, very cheap way to actually boost their output. And yeah, part of me is dying inside with all this tangle I'm doing to get lenses in place. Maybe just building a ring around it would have been a simpler way to do it, but then that one in the middle would have still messed up the symmetry. Oh, I don't know. But yeah, even with all that though, our power grid is still kind of struggling a little bit. We're fully satisfied, and the load is at like 88%, so our load was kind of nuts. On the plus side though, that load is now fixed, and we did find that little oopsie in the facility earlier, so that's doing that. Okay, next thing, mining. We want to try and get our iron supply sorted, which means advanced mining machines requires frame materials, super magnets, so that we can do that. Quantum flippin' chips. Ugh. Good thing I just fixed production on those things, or this would be a massive problem. It still is kind of a massive problem, but hey, we've got stockpile, so that's okay. And optical gating crystals, we can gather that immediately. So yeah, just need to gather enough materials to make a bunch of these things. I'll just grab the 200 frames out of storage to start, but I think I'll want to make more of these than that. We'll have to see. Now, as the saying goes, go big and go home. So yeah, This isn't quite everything, but as you can see, I'm actually manufacturing some of the quantum chips by hand. Well, actually, I'm actually manufactured basically the bulk of them by hand because production is still really bad. And that that stockpile I mentioned, I forgot that I never actually set that to be collected in the first place because production was so low that I wanted things running immediately. So yeah, that's why I'm doing that. But yeah, I have gathered the materials once these chips are made to make 50 advanced mining machines. 50. That is 1,000 titanium alloy, 500 frame materials, another 500 supermagnetic rings, which is fine. We already stashed 500 of those in storage anyway, and they are plentiful. 40 of these quantum chips, which is taking a while, and 2,000 optical grating crystals. 2,000. That is what 2,000 optical grating crystals looks like in your inventory. It's 4 entire rows worth. It's a lot. Yeesh. But yeah, that is... I just thought I'd quickly show you that while this is all cooking up because it's like, that is quite a lot. Oh yeah, and ETA on research, 494 minutes when it's working. It's like 8 or 9 hours or so. My production is really bad. I did not realise how bad it was. I need to find a way to bolster this as soon as possible. And it's all because of those quantum chips. All of it. It's because of quantum chips. I don't know why, but I kind of miscounted. It doesn't require 40 quantum chips to do this. It requires 240 quantum chips to do this. So yeah, slightly more than I was expecting. Well, more than I said. Luckily though, the stockpile I mentioned that I didn't have actually managed to catch up and provide the extra 200 required to let me do that. So that'll take 500 seconds to produce all those. Okay. In the meantime though, I'm setting course to a new system, Ad Hafera, for very simple goal. I'm going to pump a sulfuric acid ocean dry. Oh, well, I can't do that, but I need sulfuric acid in large quantities for chemical processing, and for that's for things that I need in the chemical processing for manufacturing and all that jazz. So I need sulfuric acid in large quantities, and rather than synthesize it, I'm going to pump it. I'm going to pump it from an ocean of sulfuric acid because convenience. So yeah, that's basically all I'm doing over here. Just going to go and pump oceans. Now, an interesting note actually, between last episode and this one, I was chatting with friends, and Damo actually asked me, how many alien ecosystems do you think you've destroyed? And my response was basically not enough. I have no idea, but whatever it is not enough. Is this world also rich in... Ooh, it's also very rich in base materials. Actually, this will be a great hub world to do stuff with. Okay. Looks like we're actually sending out mining outposts and things up here, then. Also, this little lake on the North Pole, pretty much. I'll flatten that one, it's fine. Where's my blueprint for export control? There it is. And I'll just use this to get things set up properly. Very tasty. As soon as I just very quickly check what this world makes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things. Okay, 7 things, that's alright. I'll just set multiple export stations to run sulfuric acid and iron ore because those are the big ones. And also with that stockpile done, research should be doing a little better, but it's still going to take ages. So, since I normally skip over much of this and do this off screen, let's do this on screen. Export control is the one we worked out back on that, what's it? The, that fossilized world that gave us so much topsoil. I was so incredibly happy to know of its existence. That one. So yeah, let's go ahead and set 1, 2. Okay, too close to another logistics station. Okay. 2 and 3. And look at my drones fly. But yeah, 3 should be all I need to manage all import and export needs required. This place is already importing proliferator. For some reason, it's not importing space warp, as it should be doing that, but it's not. That's a blueprint problem. Demand for that. And it's also reversed that as well. It's meant to be remote. No, wait, no. I know why it didn't work. Because those were actually coming from a separate local station which was handling all imports. But since then I've shifted to doing any place that needs them, it can get a direct shipment whenever needed. So that I figured that would be more convenient. So the offshoot is this blueprint is slightly outdated. Good to know. So I just need to get these guys set up for warpers. Demand. Oops, I didn't want that many. Oh well. That one won't need a resupply run for a long time. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to tell you that you are a iron ore and sulfuric acid. This part I will skip because it's just like getting everything set up as needed. So yeah, and I think this might be where storage comes in. So it will store these things, but it doesn't supply or demand it. I think that's what that setting actually means. Okay, let's continue and get these things configured. Okay, got those all set up. I'm just now getting a power supply sorted out. I mean, previously, every time I've gone to a new system like this for a major build, I've gone ahead and set up a local Dyson swarm. And while I would love to do that here, unfortunately the fact that I'm still so critically short on those things is kind of stopping me from doing that. So these guys are going to discharge, and then that's my power supply going. These guys are all configured, local storage on the interstellar ports, demand on these. So the question now, and this is going to answer, is will the demand pull from a local one set to storage? I'm hoping not, but if it does, I can counteract that by saying it's a demand. Okay, now, moving on. Next target, next question. Where's the nearest iron ore vein? Because there's iron ore, right? Also, there's a small sulfuric acid lake there as well, which is also good. But let's put down one of these new miners, shall we? Look at that, it's kind of beefy. Doesn't quite get the whole thing, but it does get a lot of stuff. So how does overlap on these guys work? I'm guessing it means I can put one there, and it collides if put too close. Okay. Yes, disable advanced mining machine. Thank you. Okay. It did the warning it does on transport hubs. So that's okay. I can rotate it properly. Okay. So these aren't the be-all end-all. They can't be put too close together. So sometimes with a bigger vein like this, you'll need to pair them with a standard mining machine as well. But this has a transit interface on it. Okay, a transit interface is confirmed. So now I need to just link it up. So connect, and then power? Ooh, look at it go. That's pretty nice and high tech. So you're building up now. You were saying my power supply is not enough, but look at that! It's its own transport hub. So now I should be able to just like connect these exterior mines to it, right? like that. Yes, exactly like that. And make sure to power them as well. And that all feeds back into this, which is still running very low. What do you need? How much power do you need, buddy? You're pretty intensive. You require almost 3 megawatts. Okay, that's not doesn't explain why power is running out. You are discharging. You discharge at 45, so I should have 90 megawatts worth of power, unless everything's not linked up. But it should be. Oh wait, 90 megawatts. I am demanding more. Why am I demanding? Oh, because the spaceport's still charging. Oh. Oh, that's why. Well, good thing I actually built space to expand these by telling it I could have like splitters. So, okay, I'll do that. I'll put in more battery power. I'm fine with that. No problem. Then just run you out the top there, straight back in. Job's a good one. And that should solve immediate power supply issues. And once the station gets charged, I will not require that much energy at all. Also, I've just realised I'm lower belts, which might be an issue, but it depends on how big the deposits are. But hey, we've got the things going at the very least. These big mining machines, it tells me I still need to use the small ones, but they are really, really good. You guys happy now? Yep, the accumulators, I can see them charging. Very good. Very, very good. Very nice indeed. And also of note is that local storage, they are not trying to collect it from there. That is incredibly good. Okay. Okay. You are very nice, aren't you? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Who's a good mining device? You are. Yes, you are. Entire stone deposit. Yes, please. Doink. And off it goes. More stone from me. Okay. Enough of that. Okay, we got we need to get sulfuric acid, of course. That's the main reason we came to this particular planet. There is 2 stone mines and a lot of stuff down here. Unfortunately, we can't just go ahead and do sulfuric acid like that because it's an older technology. It doesn't have an integrated logistics stations by itself. How much do you actually put out? You put out 65 per... Really? 65 per minute, 30 per second. That's 6.5. 6.5 over 6 seconds. So 1.1 something per second. I feel like my math might be slightly off there, but I was trying to speed calculate to quote-unquote show off, and I think I missed. No, it's yeah, 1 1/6 per second. So yeah, actually that's pretty good. So good thing I made 50 of these things. Jeez. Well, I need 20, I guess, would make 1 belt's solid output. I'll use it all. Don't get me wrong, I'll use it all. There we go. And I'll just put up a local transport hub, like so. So this will use the tried and true method here. I'll tell you, you accept sulfuric. Power will need to be supplied to all the pumps and things. No, I do not want power to go to the local transport station, though actually, technically it doesn't matter that much. It'll take a battery charge and then just won't do anything with it ever again. Forever and ever, amen. but this will provide sulfuric acid for my far-off purposes. Most excellent. And of course, got to get these. Oh wow! Look at the size of that. Can I get the entire thing? Can I? Maybe not. This one's a slightly awkward shape. A little bit more to the side. There we go. Haha! I am invincible. I am an expert builder. Except when I don't do things properly. Who cares? It's more iron ore. I need lots of iron ore. And oh, I missed one. I missed one. Boo! I rescind my claim to my title. No, fuck that. Oh dear. How disappointing that. I was so close to doing it, but the placement was so fine. I missed one. I know. This is kind of an odd thing to be giggling to myself about, but it's like, you know what? If you're gonna have fun, laugh at whatever the hell you please, as long as you're willing to laugh at yourself as well, which I have no problem doing. As I pump out this incredibly hazardous substance and pack it into flying metal boxes to go back to my homeworld. Oh yeah, that's the thing of beauty. Sulfuric acid flowing out. But I've got a lot more pumps to install and all that jazz. Though, I'm afraid this is also all the time I've got for this particular episode. We are at the end of this episode now. We've actually managed to do our itinerary for once. I got antimatter going. I got universal research started, though it's crippled by insufficient supporting structure, must admit. And I managed to build and test those new miners. So yeah, I'm ready for actually getting stuff done. Oh, I'm out of those. I'll have to request a new shipment of them. Oh universe at large, please send me 3,000 transport belts, will you? There's a good universe. Yes, my master, 3,000 belts on their way. Haha. Now I just have to wait for that and then I can continue. But yes, until next time though, this has been iMark3. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and I'll catch you all some other time. Put those there. There we go. See you later. See you all later. Next time, more work on industrialization, I think.